Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And in this video, I'm going to get an update on an amazing, fabulous, fully decentralized, censorship-resistant social media platform. Find the best cryptocurrency investments, check out Token Metrics, use my affiliate link for a discount. That's right, that's you, isn't it, Matt?
That's me. Well, it's not me. It certainly isn't in terms of who it is and who owns it and everything like that. There is no owner to it, and no key corporation, no CEO.
No
just
owner,
a community member building away.
Okay, no owner, no corporation, no ICO, IDO, fundraise.
No, and we don't give ourselves any of the token either. We just
no pre-mine.
No. It's all, we're just building it for free and giving it away, all open source, and then it's actually decentralized.
Fully decentralized.
Well, that's the main. If you want to get a decentralized protocol, you have to meet those criteria, and then after that, it has to be distributed well and widely in terms of the token, and everyone has to be able to mine and compete fairly against each other. And then once you achieve that, you might get some form of decentralization.
Okay, and then can this all be verified on the blockchain?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's all available, obvious.
Yeah, it's all open, transparent blockchain. It's based on several different systems actually. So what we're talking about is the Speak network, and this is effectively an incentivization layer for Web3, where projects will be able to integrate Web3 tools without having to do all of the Web3 engineering themselves within a few weeks worth of work, rather than spending 6 months building their own blockchain, building their own decentralized system, and then trying to manage that and spend all the engineering hours on that. And effectively, the Speak network will give projects and content creators the ability to have their own communities immutably, to have their own accounts on a system outside of the apps, so the apps can't control the accounts, so they can't be censored, and then to create their own tokens, their own NFTs. So this whole package will be there, and they'll also have their own platforms where they can just build we'll have open source platform models, and they can just build, upload their logos and things like that, and be able to run their own sites. Yeah.
Okay, but if it's so decentralized like that, then how are governments going to stop the spread of misinformation? And how will Facebook fact checkers and Snopes and Reuters and Bloomberg fact checkers be able to tell us what's true and what's not true and what we should think and not think?
So sad. It's so sad, isn't it?
Oh my, they're going to be so upset. And how they're going to be able to regulate it and keep it constrained within their borders and
fuck them.
And find people to sue and say, what you mean? You can't say that. You can't say ivermectin works. I didn't say that. I said you can't say that.
It just came out. Yeah, I mean, you can't say it. You can't say Rich.
You can't say that 99.7% of people just recover from this affliction that's going around the world. You can't say that. You can't say vitamin D really works. So very, very bad news.
I'll tell you what. You can say anything you bloody like on truly distributed networks that don't have an entity or a VC funding behind them that can be compromised, because they are going to be regulated by the communities, and those communities will only really be able to censor people if they have like a super majority. Even you can get, there's going to be certain solutions that you have to do a hard fork to get people to stop saying what they're saying. There's going to be other solutions where you get a super majority consensus to censor accounts, but it will be driven by community censorship rather than by one or two individuals being able to censor the creators on these networks now. And this is what Web3, this is truly what Web3 will bring to the table.
But Matt, there's a problem with that. There's a real big problem with that, which is then if you don't have that, right? I mean, aside from the stuff that's just unpleasant and unpalatable and just goes on anyway, and that I know about and deal with as a social worker, I'm not going to talk about that, right? But apart from that, what you then have is the free exchange of ideas. People could discuss things and create things. And do you know how dangerous that is to the orthodoxy? We might even come up with ideas that challenge the established powers. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're right. We might even do that. We might even be able to record history as well on these chains, so that no one will be able to manipulate history in the future as well, which I think is an incredibly important thing.
Right. Like claim, for example, that I don't know how the Catholic Church would have survived if Galileo had access to this platform.
You think about some of the things that Nikola Tesla did that have been suppressed as well,
Yes.
And unfortunately for people like Julian Assange, who, if they'd have had this platform, if he'd have been releasing his information 7 or 8 years after he actually released it, he wouldn't have these issues, because they'd be able to put them on these open source Web3 platforms where the platforms themselves can't delete your account, and because the account's on a distributed protocol that isn't run by any centralized entity. So this is where we're going. This is where the world's going, and ultimately.
That's going to be so upsetting for authoritarian rulers everywhere. Right, if you want to watch the rest of this video, you will have to go over to one of my censorship resistant platforms. I'll have the links in the description below, and you can find the rest of the video there.